Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Soapwire Podcast brought to you by the TV Cave. I am Ashley Sheree, and this is
Hey y'all, it's your girl Denise.
first of all, happy Black History Month. You know what? We're Black. So we're
Black
gonna
and
talk
black,
about
black.
it. And we
Black
love it. So
butter. Straight
um
butter.
blackity black, because I'm black.
I'm
Um
black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. Okay, here we go. We back. We back. We back. But this us all month.
Yes. Every time you see
Okay.
us.
We yeah.
That's just what it is. And also that's why I'm also wearing my Z5B, okay? Part of the Divine Nine as well. So I had to shout out my organization, but also letting it be known that Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated does not have any of the viewpoints that I have, okay? This is of Ashley Sheree's own recognizances, her own opinions. It has nothing to do with my illustrious and great finer womanhood all of service Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated because I am my own person still. So I just wanted to make sure that I shouted out the organization that was because when they didn't have a place for us, what did we do? We make our own. Yeah. So welcome to that. And also with great news with that. Young and the Restless dropped some major news. BTG dropped some major news. They
Mhm.
are going to have a crossover in freaking June. So there are multiple characters that will be coming to Beyond the Gates in Fairmont Crest. And one of the biggest ones is the Victor Newman, played by Eric Braeden. If you didn't grow up with him, I don't know what to tell you because I know both my grandmothers and my granddaddy did not play about Victor Newman, all right, or just Young and the Restless, period. So they're gonna have Victor Newman on, Devon, who's played by Brighton. He's also bringing Abby, played by Melissa. Also, another heavy hitter is Peter Bergman. Now, Peter Bergman is also well freaking known as well. He plays Jack Abbott on Young and the Restless, and he also played Cliff on All My Children's Catch That
Mhm.
Tea.
Mhm.
So, if you know, you know. All right. And also Michael, who plays Kyle, will be coming too. And niece Susan Walters Ashby will also be Susan Walters. She plays Diane Jenkins on Young and the Restless. She will be coming, and she actually gave us a behind the scenes shot of her being pampered. And I think they love it over at BTG because let's
Yeah.
just tell it, she was really enjoying herself over
Did she
there.
get a robe?
Oh
Because they've
no,
been
she's
going crazy with the robes.
they have it, but no, she was just laid out in one of their dressing rooms being pampered by the makeup team and stylists, and she was just like, "Oh my goodness, I could get used to this. I bet you could. I bet you could." So I just love this. I'm super excited about it. And Victor supposedly, was a huge supporter of Vernon and his campaign. So
Mhm.
I'm curious as to why they're coming, what's going to be the storyline behind that. Like, I think it's going to be amazing. So I mean, you have Peter Bergman and Eric Braeden coming. Like, I'm just like, whoa. How did
The
you feel when you
Fairmont
heard the
Crest.
news? Yes.
The Fairmont Crest. I didn't know when exactly the episode was going to air because there's been so much talk about it now. So I'm hoping that the hype continues to be what it is until that episode is revealed. And you've also been hearing more and more of the dialogue between the both already too.
Oh,
So
yep.
like y'all hyping it up.
Yeah.
Be ready. It's gonna be
Be
a big
ready. Be ready. And I mean, if I'm being honest, just how everyone really feels about Young and the Restless, their fans right now, I think them actors is probably eating it up,
yeah, for
getting
sure.
some
For sure.
good
It's
old story.
publicity. Yes.
Like, so I hope so too. Like I said, it's gonna be sometime in June. That's when the episodes are dropping. I just think this is an amazing venture to do. And there were also some, crumbs. Okay, yeah, like for me, and this is just my own opinion, I'm black as hell. I love being black. But to also think, I've saw some things like, oh, well, why does this have to come? Or why do these people have to come? It's supposed to be centered on blackness. It is still centered on blackness. It's centered on a wealthy family. The Dupree family is the center course of that family.
Yes.
I feel like every soap always has a center family. Not one soap opera besides Generation, but they also had a white family as well, only centered on a black family. This is the first time since a soap in creation, their main focus is the Duprees, as it should be. It's just like going back to Days of Our Lives. You wonder why people talk so much about the Horton family because they are the center and the core. The Duprees are the center and the core. So it's unrealistic to expect them not to have, people of other races, of other colors to not come in. It's a soap opera. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. That's just my opinion on that because I definitely saw some, you
I'm like,
know,
I feel like the internet is gonna always be in a frenzy. You're not gonna be able to make everybody happy.
at all.
But let's just be respectful and nice.
That's it. That's all we gotta be. That's all we gotta be. And also, we want this soap to succeed. So we,
Hmm.
black women may be the cornerstone of like soapdom and how we watch it. Huge staunch supporters, but we're not the only ones. So I'm just happy that we have a black soap opera centered around a black family. That's what I love to see. So when people complain about the show, soap's been complaining since the beginning of time. If you've been a soap fan, you've been a
So
complainer.
been complaining, baby,
That's just what we do. We
for
complain.
years.
Just because you can see it on social media doesn't mean we wasn't doing it back then. Back then we was writing letters, okay?
Okay.
Like it was still very much very serious. So you had people skipping school to see Luke and Laura get married. Please stop playing. We are literally the fandoms that have started fandoms now. If y'all think people are crazy now, y'all ain't seen Ish back in the day, and
I
I
ain't
know
saying
this.
nothing.
So let's just
AKA generational soap opera girlies here. We was raised in households of fandoms, and we
multiple.
and we see how we ended here. Like,
Exactly. Like, yeah, I just had to speak a piece on that. And now let's get into the nitty-gritty of Beyond the Gates. And Danny, so just how Monday started, I always feel like I have the woo side out because half of you too old to be acting like this over a man who treats you like ish.
stop kissing your ex-husband. He an ex for a reason.
Ask
He's
for a
an ex for
reason.
a reason. He
And
left you. You didn't leave him.
just to go, and I know she's gonna meet with Vanessa anyways, like already, but to actively get a dress that he brought you so he could see you in it, so you can get his attention. It's like, Danny, have we learned nothing?
Like,
What are we doing?
because for me, it's like she's fishing for attention. And you fishing for attention for a man who has degraded you. Like, Bill, I think throughout this whole ordeal, like, everybody's like, oh, give him grace for what's going on with the,
Mhm.
cancer storyline and a possible cancer for Danny, and he's just, really nostalgic, blah, 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 blah. All that shows me is how conditional he is. Like, you're
Yes,
you're here when it's some shit that then popped off.
yes. And,
But you could have been here regular.
Eh, And so it's on you like to be around too when it's trauma filled. You like to show support when it's trauma filled. So you don't know how to just weather the storms when it's not. And that could go back to his childhood because we already know Bill didn't have the best childhood too as he got, older and his mother passed on. So we know, and I can't wait for them to dig into that because that's the
Yeah,
story
for
that I
sure.
want to see. Where his daddy at? Because that's going to be huge. But yeah, the whole thing with Danny, and I understand Vernon did try to warn him. He's like an old shoe, like, and I get it, but at some point in time, after over 30 plus years of being treated like crap, well, let's take off like maybe five when they were all happy and ish. But
Yeah.
then to be treated like crap after, and then how he literally degraded you even after you were divorced. Like, I'm like, yeah, go back while that season one is still up there and watch them first couple of episodes and how he talked to Danny. It was disgusting.
It was degrading.
And I'm like, I
Like,
understand.
not only your ex-wife, the person who you play as your life to, the person that you've been with for decades, but the mother of your children. And then you know what? You know what? It was I related it back to Queen Sugar. I was like, his little light skin butt just love being there during trauma. Like that's literally what I said to
Mm,
myself. So when you was
yeah,
like, he's responding off of trauma, it's his MO.
it
You
is.
light skinned men, y'all not making a comeback after this one
Yeah.
because what's going on?
What like for real, what is happening? And then like, of course Vanessa goes in and then, after Bill leaves, she's kind of like crushing Danny and Danny's like still trying to like cover, but people can see it. And I'm like, Andre doesn't deserve that. Like, I feel like he's been nothing but honest with her about his feelings, well, until his past comes out. But that's nor here nor there. We ain't talking about that yet. So like he's been there for her. He's been honest, like everything.
Yeah.
And she still hasn't even told him about not one, not two, but three kisses that she had with him. And that's what that's what I don't like. I'm just feel like I'm so over toxicities in relationships. And I know that it's gonna happen, especially for a soap. Like I get that, but I just was like, damn, like can't he just beg a little? And I know I say that every freaking week, but I say it just because like I just hate seeing her grovel like this for a man who treated her like trash. And then also hearing him tell Tomas about like why it didn't work out was also crazy to me. So the fact that she left her job, for you to be a stay-at-home mom that you asked her to do and her catering to you made her feel less, made you look at her as less attractive or less of the way that you would want her. I think that's insanity.
But you know what though? It's also telling of how a lot of relationships go down. Like it gets to a point that sometimes the partner who tends to make the sacrifices ends up getting the resentment from their partner because it's like, well, you're dependent on me and you're here for
Hmm.
me and what's your purpose? And but my purpose was to sacrifice because I thought that I was investing in us. But what you're telling me is that I was investing in you. And for Bill to even have that type of feeling
Mindset.
towards Danny, that she sacrificed and for the greater good of her family and not her career, again, shows how conditional he is.
Oof. Yeah.
Like I see it a lot and it's so sad. It's so sad because the other partner is over there like I thought that I had to do what I had to do for my family, but you lost your individualism, which was what was attracted you to your partner in the first place.
Girl. A word, a word. And then it's like, well, how do you, keep that? And so now, because more of her, Danny's individuality is coming out now. Now it's like, oh,
And he's remembering, oh, you really are a dope person. Like you forgot how dope she was because you couldn't see it. She didn't get the space and the freedom to show it.
yeah,
But now she over here showing it and you want to try to come in and snatch it back.
girl. Maybe it does. It's damn. That's like because you see it so much. So I'm like, damn.
Yeah. That's like you often see like in I always say death row contracts, but like relationships with ups down. I'd have been through hell and back with you, da 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 da. This supposed to matter, da 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 da. Like you often see the person who sacrificed everything, the person that held them down, the person that was the rider ends up being resented because it's like you saw me at my worst, so now I
hmm
can't even respect you. Like you saw
Right.
me when I was down.
You think it
It's
would be a
too
little bit
vulnerable.
more, yeah, I think it'd be a little bit more gratitude,
Mm-hmm.
like, and even the fact of what, Vernon and the Dupree family as a whole did for
Yes,
him and what Danny has
yes.
done for him too. It's just crazy, but we'll talk more about the whole Vernon and bill discussion, which needed to, ooh, child. That was, I love how he always got the smoke, but that'll come later. So we also got to talk about Kat and Shanice kind of bonding over their hatred for Leslie Dana Honolulu Sherry. So, and I did like the conversation. It felt like a little bit more lighter. It felt like someone who actually understood where Kat is coming from because I am a
Mhm.
Kat defender, but I will also say when sis is wrong because we're going to talk about when she was wrong too because she did do something wrong last week as well. So we'll get into that. But I just thought it was really nice to see that them bonding over that. What was your thoughts?
I think it was a great conversation, but I think
Mhm.
I also want to get into what she did wrong because for me, it's like you had more smoke for somebody else that you should have gave grace to while you did bond with Shanice.
Girl, that's a whole other thing too. So and then how that even tripped off is she wound up seeing Ted and Shanice together, went over there, had a
Yeah.
conversation, and then he wound up having to leave and he went to check on Anita. Anita had fainted. Um,
Mm.
and I was just thinking about the interaction between him and Vernon. I just feel like they liked Ted. And I
Yeah.
think I remember he did apologize too. I'm trying to remember that scene. I think Ted did apologize.
Yeah. Ted
Okay.
apologized to everybody. I don't think I think Ted apologized a few times to the
Hmm.
Duprees because I can remember times that they weren't gracious and I can remember
Yeah.
times where it was an actual conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just, I feel like it depends on the moment. Ted has his faults and he be working my last nerves too because I feel like he just be doing stupid-ish.
That's real.
But at the same time, I can say I think he was a better husband. He cheated one time, had a baby, and whatever. After the whole entire situation that happened and how he went about even not really trying to get his wife back, but acting like he was, that's my problem. And not supporting his other daughter too, that's a problem for me. But I just felt like he was a good husband who effed up, unfortunately, and then that's just what it was. And you lost a banging wife. So.
Yeah. And even his conversations with Kat, he's always said, when have I ever not been the best father to you?
Hmm. And two things can be true. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Like, and they need to separate. It's not separated. Like, Kat feels like he cheated on her too.
yeah, and enable the destruction of the family. And
Yeah.
it's just like you get it. It's not to say that we don't get it, but it's just like Kat is just really upset, and I feel like she doesn't have anywhere to put her anger at
Agreed.
about
That
this.
it comes off so snobbish.
Yeah, snobbish, elitist, which to be honest, that is what I expect from certain rich people. I'm just being real. Like I do accept not it's not to say that rich, wealthy, they're always like that, but I do expect that from some. I'm just being real.
Yes.
And also like I don't know. So how do you feel about I just feel like Naomi, she's confiding in Ashley, who is the best friend. And I get that because low key, sometimes before I even tell my man, I wind up telling my friend. Sometimes, not all the time.
That's real.
So I get it. It just I feel like it depends on kind of like the moment in the situation. Sometimes you need that best friend talk versus, my man talk, conversation. It's just a different type of support that can come. Um, I think I would tell my husband first before I tell my best friend about me having a BRCA gene. I think that would be the way for me to go because this is this could potentially be a very serious health condition,
So
you
do you
know.
feel like her reason is a reason or excuse?
And that's where it's like kind of hard for me because no, actually, be honest, an excuse
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, I understand like he needs to be focused on, and she doesn't want anything to happen to him because God forbid if something happens to him undercover, then it'll be a whole nother thing, and then she'll probably be blaming herself over it. But then also there is a huge health condition potentially that I do feel like he needs to know. It's yeah, yeah, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you think it is an excuse or
I think it's an excuse, but I also feel like it's on brand for Naomi. Like she want to be strong so bad. You got a husband, sis. Like I'm just throwing that out there. Like you got a husband who have repeatedly said, "I just want to be here for you. Show me
yeah,
ways
he
to
has
support
said
you."
that.
And when a man asks you or wants to know ways to support you, he's trying to show up in your love language. He's not trying to
Mm,
show up in the way that he wants to be loved. So
yeah.
the fact that he's like, hey, what can I do? And you still want to be out here, sister soldier, real strong, independent woman, baby, that's on you.
Yeah.
That is a choice that you are making.
And it's one thing too, you have to be communicative too about like, well, this is why I'm such a staunch supporter of like doing five love languages thing because we need to know like how do you like to essentially be supported, and if you don't know how to express it or really like say it, I just feel write it down. Sometimes it's always easier to write things down and get your emotions
For
out
sure.
versus saying it. Write it down, be like, let's take a quiz, like something. I do feel like she has a lot of trauma from her parents' situation as well, that she also hasn't unpacked it because I do feel like she could also think she is the reason for why Bill left because of her bringing the best friend in the household and all of that other stuff. But like you said too, at the end of the day, if your husband is specifically asking you and you're not relaying into the conversation, I feel like low key they fell back into their old trap. Because remember how you said they use X a lot? So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it kind of went back there. And even like, okay, so you want to talk about it when you have your therapist there, but then actually do it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see a scene with them and their therapist.
That's it. That's it. I agree.
I would love to see how that goes. And then also, we're gonna move forward. So, first of all, I feel like Daphne, who plays Nicole, it has to be so excited about what's going on right now. She
It's
looks
literally
good.
Stella got her groove back, and I love it. It's been a lot of Nicole slander over the last year
Yeah.
about how she tends to deal with things, how her personality is, how self-righteous you may perceive her to be. But baby, Stella got her groove back. Stella is dancing and emphasizing, and she having her a good time.
A
Okay,
good time.
I love it. I love the scenes of her like just getting ready and dancing and the hair and if this is what we gonna bring up the one who should have been gracious to her, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Like the way she popped out in that dress, like
Baby, form
shook her
fit,
daughter. Like,
titties was pert.
okay, but body was bodying. Okay, hair was hairing, makeup was makeuping. She was doing, and she knew. It just felt like she knew. Like, damn, I look good. Like
Love
Remy
it.
Ma
I just
conceded.
love it. Between her and Violet Bridgerton this week, I just love this for y'all. Okay, I am bursting.
Oh, that's the mama, right? With 8 kids.
Yeah.
Okay, she needed too because her husband
I
got a
am
minute.
bursting for y'all. I am bursting for y'all. Okay. The
And
amount of I know that's right. I yelled at the
where I
TV.
know that's like
Like
they needed that time. Okay, so and of course, Kat was like shook if seeing her. Mama gotta have a life too, girl. Mama
baby,
gotta have a life too.
mama is
Tomas,
dating. Mama is not tied down. Mama
okay.
could go on multiple dates with multiple people. She ain't married. Leave her be.
And that's what Dr. Rowland said too. And basically, he was like something along the lines like, "Well, Carlton can't be a threat because you sitting here drinking alone." I said a bar. I said, "Ooh." I said,
And she just eating it up. I
"Eat
said,
it up."
okay,
It,
Nicole.
like it was so
Like, baby,
good.
you better have options.
Period. And also, but Kat running to telling her mama by telling her mama's mama
Like, tell them what she out here being single and
and
dating
grown
and grown.
because your daddy cheated 20 years ago, or is that was him. So now I have the right to live my life. Your dad is out here going on dates. He done slept with two people after Rita broke up, and I ain't supposed to get mine. I was disappointed in Kat. Yes, yes, Heifer. I'm doing whole chic and what? Mm-hmm. I
Period.
was I was like, like let her get her, her feels in. And that's just what it is. So I just like ate it up. And then also we had Madison and Chelsea's issues, thoughts on them, and the potential breaking up and all that other jazzy
You
stuff.
know, I feel like too when we talked about it last week, I was like another one bites the dust type of thing. Like, I don't know if I saw them long term, but I feel like if they, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna be dragged. Like it's gonna be a back and forth for some time. But I'm open to exploring Chelsea with another partner.
Oh, okay. The way I feel like I understood where Madison was coming from, and also Madison is a doctor, and if we're not aligning, and my concern is not control. Like I'm not telling you what to do, but at the same time, like I know what those, substances you're taking can do to you. Like
Mm-hmm.
I went to school, I know about the body. So I got what she was saying, and sometimes Chelsea's maturity level,
That's
just
it. That's
it,
it. The
it's missing.
alignment, the alignment is different.
Yeah,
The alignment is different, but we also knew that before they got together.
that's
Like
true.
Chelsea is a party girl.
She
Like
is.
they were attracted to each other by their personalities, and they were attracted to each other by, of course, how beautiful both women are.
Hmm.
So when you dig a little deeper, Chelsea's substance is different than Madison's substance.
Yeah.
And you don't want to feel like you're in a relationship with your doctor. You want to feel like you're in a relationship with your person. Like, same like therapizing people. Like, I analyze and read energies for a living, but I ain't finna put that on nobody unless you ask. Yeah, I probably didn't read you, but I'm not gonna tell you because it's
I'll
just
keep that to
like
myself.
I'm gonna keep it to myself because one, it's a respect thing. It's a how I value and see you thing. And am I talking to you or am I talking at you?
Mm,
Madison draws a fine line between like mothering Chelsea, being protective over her, and just having a conversation.
yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, I could see that. Ooh, I could really see that. And I feel like it's a thin line because sometimes you don't want to do that. Because even sometimes in
No.
friendships that happens too. And it's like you're not trying to, but it still comes off that way.
Comes off that way. But then that's when you have to question the alignment. Because if
Mm.
I'm equally yoked and I'm aligned with you, I'm not gonna feel like you're criticizing me or shaming me. I'm gonna see where you're trying to have us level up together. Chelsea
And
can't see that because she feel like Madison trying to comfort her.
yeah, and I get that too because even as a person who can speak on trying to show concern, if you also have to think like, am I coming off as a parent? Like if you're thinking that too, then low key also within yourself, you already know something is off too. So
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
I'm hoping they'll dig a little bit like more into their dynamic, but we can't always have everybody going to therapy, even though it's good. Like we have to have some relationships that actually work besides Anita and Brandon.
Agree. I agree. And I also feel like if y'all going to therapy this early,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that could definitely be a thing. And then, oh God. So if I sound like this, who am I going to talk about?
Dana, Lulu, Sherry,
Yeah, so
but
like, so her and Shanice, still going back and forth. And then also seeing the previews that was dropped a couple of weeks ago and them stating basically she still hasn't let go of Ted. It just feels so exhausting to me.
yeah, it's like keep going over there freaking on Malone, having fun with him.
Yeah,
Why you
so
so pressed? You so pressed. Like,
he literally does not want, and I think also that's like a me thing too, once again, just because like I hate seeing women grovel over a man that does not want them. But
yeah,
also, Ted has never been firm enough for me. So,
that's
and
true. He too
even
nice.
he's too nice about it. It's not like Eva's freaking 10 years old and he's,
Yeah,
scared she's gonna, not allow him to see her anymore. Like, no, you don't have to be friends with her. And also, at the same, if she's doing things like this, like, why would I even want to be friends with you? I don't. I don't know. I just have issues with them constantly keeping Leslie Dana Honolulu Sherry in his orbit. He's never going to be able to prosper in any relationship that he may have because, here she comes sneaking around the corner, even though she got somebody that she's boinking. Like, I just
Mhm.
don't. It's like, wait, what? So, yeah, like that was getting on my nerves as well. And then also the flowers, like that's Ted's thing. And not only did she hear it from Leslie Dana Honolulu Sherry, she also
Her
heard it from
oh,
Nicole by mistake.
had underneath that dang on counter.
And that was kind of like a yikes. And it's like maybe you do need to change it up if that's something you always do. I know he gave her 24 2 dozen roses and then another one when she got home, but if you do that all the time, to
Right.
everybody, I don't want it because it doesn't make me feel special. Like
Yep.
that's your thing. So, um, yeah, and then Leslie Diana Lelouch plants some panties, her nasty panties in Ted's room. I just
Nasty dancer, dancing for money.
do what you
You
want
want
me
me
to
to do.
do.
I feel like she do way too much to be relevant.
She she does, and this is when it's just like you need a break from her. And I think she was only on like 2 days, but 2 days was enough.
Her 2 days she was scheming and she was messy. Go be freaking on Malone in the hotel room. We liked you better when you was doing that.
Thank you. Thank you. Even when she had scenes with Joey too, I like that
Yeah.
too.
Because we
So
thought she was developing her own storyline. Like she had some other business in Fairmont Crest.
besides Ted,
Because
and
now
you
you
should at
made
this
the show
point.
business. You made the show business to go on up there to that hospital, stand at that counter, and make that girl feel some type of way. Cause you ain't see Peaches. Peaches ain't see you. You saw the counter, you saw Shanice, and you saw the elevator. For what?
Exactly. For what? For a man that ain't even thinking about you.
Ain't thinking about you and one thinking about you 20 years ago. Like,
Like, please stop. I just cannot take it. So one of my biggest topics that I wanted to talk about too, we still have more things to decipher from Beyond the Gates, but is Vernon going in on Bill? Yes, I see you, father. Like, that was a dad to me. Like, at the end of the day, Danny is his daughter.
mm,
And you take him out to dinner before you tell him the next day that you're leaving her. You've known for years how he was cheating, but I feel like sometimes if you know that a person's gonna stay, you just shut your mouth because at the end of the day, it's gonna cause more problems in, your relationship with the person who's getting cheated on versus, the cheating partner and the person. That's what
yeah,
they always want to blame you. And you just like let me mind my business. So like I get it, but it just once again made me believe Bill is looking for a daddy. Bill wants a father. And Vernon was everything that he wanted and needed in a father. So for me, I'm looking at it like one, you love Vernon more than Danny. Two, you love the family more than Danny. And Danny came in third place because the emotions that Bill displayed when Vernon literally rejected him, I haven't seen that when it comes to Danny. I'm sorry. He looked distraught. This man loves him. He loves him. So I did, and Timon is a good actor. I felt like it conveyed that very thoroughly,
yeah.
but it just also confirmed to me that he just loves Vernon the most. He wants him to be his pappy. Did you have any thoughts on them?
I feel like I really enjoyed the conversation as far as like Vernon telling him his disappointment. He was like, we was all out that day before. He said everybody was chilling. I never would have thought you would have broke our heart like that.
And
And I was like, that's real. Like I saw you as a son.
yep, yep.
You weren't
And
hurt. You hurt me.
that's her parent, of course. Like I don't. I'm like, why do you think that they would still be cool after that? Like, am I like delusional for thinking like, why would he think he would be cool with him? Like, Danny's his child. What are we like? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, So of course, then we have Danny wants Isaiah for modeling, and then that just whole starts this whole big old thing because after that him and Kat start speaking. They're looking like they're having a good time, nothing too drastic. But Eva was pissed. Ooh, child, she was so upset.
He
And
was
then of course, like usual, they had their words. For me, it was okay. I didn't give a goddamn. I felt like I did feel like Eva came off very insecure. And I felt like it was because she knows what she did concerning Nomas. Because I didn't think her reaction um when she saw them talking needed anymore. And of course now Kat knows that you feel some type of way. Like you look tense, you look upset. So of course she's gonna go for the jugular. Now here is Kat's time to shine and hit you where it hurts of you feeling like you're never good, you're not good enough. And that's where, Kat came in. But also the line about her saying, she literally said, Kat has inserted her manicured nails into my life. And I said, bitch, where, what, when, and how? Because you did that. Kat wasn't even thinking about you at first. You literally helped destroy her parents' marriage. Now, was that Leslie Dana Honolulu's plan? Yes. But the thing is, people tend to forget is Eva also helped execute that plan. She did not, she had some attacks of consciousness, but that didn't help her do anything. She didn't decide to like really say anything until it was the night that they were going to expose it all. So
Yep.
no, like you can't. I just felt a little bit gaslighted by the writers because it felt like they were trying to, But then I was like, well, maybe it's about perspective and how Eva sees it, but still in the same token, I was like, Eva, that's not what happened. Like that's not what happened. And even when Kat went to extend an olive branch, give you a bag and move forward, that's when you saw her
Yeah.
with her man, and then you went for the jugular too. You let her know, and I'm happy I did it, typeness.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
I, what did you think too about that whole interaction?
I know. I felt like at first it was innocent. Like when
Yeah.
like, but I also know they got some history because even when she first sat down, he was like, either he said it or she said it. Like it's been so long, a long time no see. And then it made me think about when he first came to town and he was talking to Eva and Kat got so upset. Like Kat
Hmm.
got so upset. Like they got some type of history there. I'm all for it. Let me see it. I want
What,
to see it.
what was it?
What y'all was doing in the sandbox. Like let us know, you know.
Let us know.
And I feel like for Eva, you did her wrong, so are you nervous she gonna do you wrong too?
Exactly. The whole point. That was my whole freaking point. It just looked, and then like just what she was saying was just like I was like, that's not what happened, Eva. Like, are
Yeah.
we like what's going on here? Like, granted, I said too, like, Kat also has her faults. Like, Kat did break into her, her hotel room to get that helmet.
Yeah, she's not perfect,
She's by far not perfect.
but she
Um,
owns her stuff.
I think I would have so much respect for Eva if she was just like, yeah, I did it. I lied with my
Did
mother,
it,
and that's
I
just what it
admit it,
is.
you know.
Yeah, like y'all don't like me because I lied with my. Just say it. I think that'd be
Just
my thing.
be
Just say
you.
it, and then we could move forward. Like that is it. Also, so and then we had Derek continuously overstepping. I'm like, let's not make him crazy and a stalker because that's what it's given. So I don't know. Grayson definitely looked like he really wanted to say some words to him, but
Oh,
yeah.
for real.
Bill's test came back abnormal, so you already know what that's leading to. And
They
during
get
that, huh?
so tired of that storyline. Let it be known. Let it be known.
Because it's dragging now. It's starting to drag.
It is.
But during his time, he found out that Madison may be leaving for Copenhagen. So of course he tells Chelsea, like obviously, because I would tell, my people too, like, hey, your person trying to leave on, like, you might want to get on that. And then Anita and Vernon had a great date night. They were so cute, getting down on the ones and the twos. That was so cute. And then of course her hair started falling out, which is super normal as well to happen,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And then last but not least, of course, Nicole did get her freak on one more time, with Carlton.
Baby, it was him kissing on the feet for me. I was get
Man, oh,
that.
love scene. And she got a whole bedroom with a fireplace. I said, yes, sis. Like, and what I really liked too is just like she was like, and let's play this by ear. Yes, honey, yes. And that for me, that's that late, like, you know what we doing right now, but let's not get it twisted. This is not into a confined relationship. I feel like they really had to talk about what she's looking for. Nicole needs to be free.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she told him that. So go ahead and get your freak on, girl. I'm so excited for her. Daphne, I know you're probably loving this because you control every love scene. So if you get one with Greg, I'm gonna be looking to see who's controlling what during that time. So, ready to move on to Bold?
Let's get it.
All right. All right. So I just felt like last week was just a lot of Dylan, Will, and Electra
Mm.
with
They-
some,
So
huh?
letting the younger cast have some
Some shine.
screen time, but did it hold our attention?
I mean, some parts did, but not really. You know what held my attention mostly? When Will talked about his trauma.
Mm,
Because,
he was getting it out.
yeah, we never got to see it. Like, I don't care about, Hayes is cute, cute little boy actor,
Mm,
but it was very far-fetched. All of these different family members that the Forresters and the Finnegans have, they randomly asked Will, of all people, and his former teacher to please be so for real right now. So like that was clearly a plot point, but I also truly enjoyed Will just talking about all the trauma because not only did he talk about the whole Luna situation, but he also talked about his parents divorcing, how they used to argue all the time, and how they mostly divorced because old boy wanted to sleep with Brooke, his, you know, Bill wanted to
yeah.
sleep with, and he kind of had some digs at Bill, which I feel like is basically warranted because Bill, you cheated on his mother with her sister. Like, let's be so for real right now. So I get it, and I thought that was just a great way to open it. And also, it lets you know that he's not all of that comfortable talking with what's that other character's name? Electra like that about what he went through with Luna. He, also a little bit worried about that. It just gave so much more insight and it was great to see his point of view. I have to it was really good for me. Do you have like any thoughts as well on him?
No, like I was excited to see the trauma. Well, not see the trauma, but I was excited to have him talk about his trauma because I felt like for some time we were gaslit into believing that it wasn't any.
Yeah.
He was
You,
fine.
And how can you be fine like after that? If, like, let's really be real about the whole entire situation. And I don't
Yeah.
think like he ever really had the chance to really express that. So yeah, I completely agree. And we all know that Electra is still on a work trip with Steffi. She also confided in her about the misgivings and the boundaries that she's setting with Dylan. And I stand by she should be talking to Will about this because every time Dylan's like, "Oh no, like I don't want to overstep or anything." Will's like, "Oh no, it's okay, it's fine." Da 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 da. Da. And this is why you should also be speaking with your man about your issues and not just the woman.
Hmm.
And then also with that, you had what is it, Electra's Aunt Ivy or whatever coming in and seeing Dylan and Will, and then she's like, that's not proper, so inappropriate and whatever.
It's
So
like
she
right, like it's real though.
for me, I would have brought my ass right inside, like, so Will, what's up? That I just don't. I'm forever just like, so we just always go after the woman first. So I think they should have been confronted at the same time. Like, hey, I know Electra said that she didn't really like y'all together like that. So what's good? Like, Instead, once again, let me just go get the girl on because the man, the boyfriend, has no accountability for his actions. Only the girl does. Make it make sense to me. So yeah, that's my thought on it. And Taylor actually went there with Deacon and some I love yous were exchanged. I said, "What child?" I
Moving
was
swiftly, because last week everybody told y'all to leave each other alone, and y'all was just like, we did it. And then today,
now
I
that
just I
been
love
in
it.
love, they like I want to zone in on it. Here they come. So, as people know, I'm for it. I don't mind it, but Taylor better watch on out. Even if it's inappropriate, it is inappropriate. That was his doctor, but I mean, she look crazy. So, good luck to Taylor. Good looks. Good luck. Um, well, mosey on down to days.
Let's get it.
Okay, and yeah, days will probably be short. It was only a couple of, things that really stuck out because I forgot to say in the beginning too. Once again, these are just our opinions on our stories, ones that really hit for us. So I'm going to talk about what really hit for me pertaining to days, and of course, it was Johnny and Chanel starting off still very upset that they're letting those actors and characters go, and they got to hear the heartbeat of their baby. I was like,
Yeah,
yay!
I feel like they've been through so much when it comes to conceiving and their journey to become parents that it was nice to have them have a moment and be excited about it.
Definitely, definitely. Because then they also had to work out their own grievances with each other at one point.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see. And also, Chanel also had to tell her, Johnny's aunt Kristen too, like, Heifer, I ain't forget what you did to my husband. Just know that. Johnny like, woo, 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 like, no, no, she needs to know. And I said what I said. So I did love that. Also, so Stephanie and her crew are gonna try and think of ways to trap Jeremy. They're acting like
Mhm.
it's Jeremy, so it's probably not Jeremy. It's like it's just too much that is going that way. So yeah. And we were also able to see it's been confirmed that the bones was actually Stefano's. And Kate actually had a bit of a soft spot. It appeared like, saying that Stefano was evil until he wasn't. And I was just like, girl, your slip is showing. Like, so that was that. And then also Kayla had suggested to Marlena that maybe she should essentially do basic black. Marlena was like, no, maybe we should see about Kate doing it and she can consult. And I think they're leading up to like some issues between Kate, Roman, and Marlena.
Yeah.
Like that's just what it's giving. And the last thing we'll talk about with days would be Chanel visiting Sophia. And Sophia looks fine at first. She was fine at first until she kind of picked it up like, oh, sis, you pregnant, huh? She and her whole everything completely changed.
Because now she gonna want that baby back.
Yep. It looks like to me that she may try to steal it and give it to another family. That's what it
I
looks
wouldn't
like.
be surprised with that either.
Cause then she called Melinda and let her know that she could talk now and all of that other stuff. And first of all, I didn't think Chanel should have went in there alone. I was like, Dr. Gregory, why after what happened between Sophia and Holly, why would you let somebody else come in there and not be present? Like sometimes so I love you and we can suspend belief sometimes, but sometimes I'm like, let's just be real. Her and Holly and that whole situation happened last week. So like, come on now. But yeah, it is giving twinges to me. She gonna try and take Trey and do something that Sean got no business doing. So we will definitely see how that goes. And then General Hospital, the blizzard that wasn't ish.
You know, it was me when it first came, like, look at y'all aligning with the snowstorm across the country. This
Yes.
so nice. Look at the snow falling out the window. Oh my God. But then they didn't do nothing with it. Ain't nothing happened. Ain't
Nothing.
nothing happened. It just snowed.
And people was just stuck. And random, what's the word? Random stores doors were open. Just because snowstorm, they're gonna just leave it open for you to just come on in. How that works. So we had Lulu and Dante kiss. So you know what that means. Maxie's on her way back. We already reported that like last week that Maxie was on her way back. I felt as though it's always great seeing Jane Elliott as Tracy and Michael E. Knight. They had some good scenes.
Yeah.
Um, the Trina and Portia scenes, I feel like those were scenes that needed to be had. Um, a line that she said too is that she rushed to forgive her, which I feel like is very much true. But and Trina had a lot of smoke for Portia, which I get, but smoke for her just because the bald-headed scallywag Curtis also doesn't really work for me when he's only been your father since 2023. And on top of that, you're using Taggart's name, you're not calling him dad. When I clearly remember when you had a conversation with Curtis, you said that Taggart will always be your dad, no matter the results.
Mm.
Um, it felt that was the thing where I kind of like turned off completely from it. I do feel like Tabiana and Brooke did amazing work with what they were given, but those writers, the way that you insult the character of Taggart as though he meant nothing to the character of Trina is absolutely
Yeah.
disgusting and abhorrent.
Because it was a whole storyline. It was a whole storyline. It was felt.
Yeah.
Like as far as like the disappearance, the faking the death, everything that she went through, the hurt, the way she grieved,
Yep.
and then everything has just been like erased.
Oh,
Do
that the
you
man
feel
that
like
raised me.
do you feel like Trina puts Portia on a pedestal? I wanted to say Brooke so bad, but I'm like, no, no, don't switch.
Um, I think, well, after they really try to like change Trina's character, I think so more so now, but I feel like
Okay.
she would have fell at when she found about the first paternity,
Yeah.
coming through. So at this point, you know your mother is a liar. Like we all know that about Portia. I say that all the time, and I tell people I don't care. I know she's a liar, and what? What else you got? So I feel like she should know that from her mom already. I think it just doesn't make sense to me why she's so angry. Like I just don't it's not computing to me, and I think it's not computing because she just met Curtis not too long ago. So in a 2 year time span, almost three, y'all like coochie crunch, you know what I'm saying? Like he does no wrong. Like he also kissed Jordan right after they got married, and we tend to give that a pass because he just found out about the paternity, but he did do it, and he has been having an emotional affair with Jordan ever since. So it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. And I think it's just because like they haven't necessarily really dealt with the Taggart. Taggart is the loose string to get other fans to be on board. We're not gonna. You could shove that bald headed scallywag as her father down my throat. I don't care. I could be freaking 60 years old and still be like, that ain't her dad, because you
Mhm.
haven't covered up that loose end. You haven't talked it out. There's been no scenes. We also didn't get to see the progression of
Their
Trina and
relationship.
Curtis's relationship. We did not see it. So why do I care? I never did.
Agreed.
And I think too, it's like they don't understand that the majority people like Isaiah. I've seen a lot of people liking Isaiah and Portia together, or just liking Isaiah. Period. I do not see that support for bald-headed Scallywag Curtis. I just don't see it. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact of how they did Taggart.
Hmm.
A lot of fans aren't over it. So,
And even in his apology to Jordan, it was just like, like I didn't give you any grace. I was too hard, so it didn't work out with that lady. So you gonna go back.
hmm
Like that. I just feel like even the apology wasn't genuine.
it was nothing's genuine and
It was
feels
like
like you
I'm
need a
not there
woman.
no more. Now I'm
Like,
supposed to be over here.
yeah, you gonna find a woman to be up under, basically. Oh, child, they just be pissing me off. And then, oh God. Well, before we get to the
I'm
kissing
like, let's just get
cousins,
it out the way. Whenever you're ready, just get it out the way.
before we get to the kissing cousins, was there anything else that we needed to discuss?
No.
What are you doing, General Hospital? They are cousins. And I don't want to hear that once removed bullish. They're cousins, period. And it may be a cultural thing. This right here could be because I'm black. We don't do that.
We don't do that. And my thing is like when this new and y'all think we slow. Is this one of the reasons why it's a new character for Charlotte? Because y'all thought we was gonna take it a little bit better. No, we're still not taking it any bit better because we know the history. General Hospital. Let us remind you and walk you down memory lane. It's a family called the Cassadines. The Cassadines extend across many branches. Okay,
Mhm.
raise your hand if Danny is on the branch of a Cassadine. Raise your hand if Charlotte is on the branch of a Cassadine. History lesson over. Y'all need to remember because this is not okay. Like, and you know what? Ashley tried to say it, what was it, a couple of weeks ago when they was on that dang on motorcycle and they looked
Yep.
back. And I was
Oh,
like,
people thought I was
no.
crazy.
I
People
was
thought
like,
I was
no, I didn't see
crazy.
that. No, I didn't want to see that. But baby, I saw that kiss. Why would y'all make Sam's son kiss his cousin? His grandmama and her daddy was raising siblings.
You know why? Can I tell you why? Because they refused to bring Jake back. And that's who she should have been
And
with.
Jake used to mess with because me and my mama got into it over this too. I
Yeah,
was
they
like,
did.
Jake used to mess with Charlotte.
Yeah,
Like,
and he gave her flowers when she was in her after she got pew pew by Anna when she broke into Anna's place. We don't forget things, General Hospital. You maybe do. Maybe your historian freaking sucks. But the thing is, we don't forget.
and she
So
was there through it all.
Mykonos and Victor are brothers. They were brothers. Valentine is freaking Victor's son. Alexis is Mykonos' daughter. Alexis had Sam. That's a Cassinine. Sam had Danny. That's a Cassinine. Valentine had Charlotte. That's a Cassinine. What are we
Y'all
talking
walking around.
about?
And if you need any more, y'all both walking around with the same blood condition because y'all cast that.
They're probably gonna act like that don't exist.
But they had thalassemia.
Something like they're gonna act like that didn't happen either though. Watch. Like and don't be talking about no retcon. These don't need to be retcon. The
No,
only other retcon could be Charlotte or Valentine, and nobody wants that.
because Danny telling Charlotte to go talk to his aunts, her cousins.
Like Valentine and Alexis haven't had conversations in the past about being cast and like, bro, like,
Being
are you
counted.
guys?
Valentine wasn't there every time Alexis relapsed because he was showed up for the AA meetings and all the interventions because that's her brother cousin. That like y'all just go tell them go tell Natasha that you kissed Charlotte and I want to see what she gonna say.
I want to see it. I want to see it. And this is the problem. Like sometimes I feel like General Hospital, the ones that they want to do what they want to do, and they don't want to align with the history. Because there are other people that you could bring. Because you know who should have been in there besides Jake? Georgie.
Mm,
Georgie should be with Danny.
that would have been so. Their parents would have loved it.
You got a Scorpio, a Cassinine, like what better thing could we have? And I feel like Georgie, it could have been a spicy little tool for him on more so on the Vixen side or whatever. And then also you have like Danny who's a little bit rough on the edges type of thing. And you already know I felt about Jake. Jake is the good boy. So Jake could have been with Charlotte crazy ass Helena 2.0, Helena Jr., and that would have been great. Bam, you have your two teen pairings right there, no blood relation. Thank you. But instead, you want to go the nasty route, right? Now you want to
Mm.
have two cousins together that sends your fans in a freaking frenzy. Because why? We don't want to see no damn kissing cousins. This is not guiding
We
light.
don't want to see no kissing. Cause y'all thought, and you know what? My thing is, y'all tested the temperature and we said no. And y'all still did it.
Still did
Y'all
it.
still did it.
Still did it. And anyone who's saying that once removed BS, you're nasty too. Yeah, I said it. You're nasty. Don't nobody get with cousins like that. Like, I'm sorry. I've seen grandmothers go crazy about when they think that cousins maybe. I've seen it. They do not play. Okay? That's absolutely abhorrent and disgusting. Like, GH needs to fix that super freaking quickly. Like, I just don't understand, why can't you bring Georgie and Jake in? What is the problem? And then we could have had the storyline I've dreamed for Danny and Jake forever and a theory about them being freaking Quartermain brothers going at it. They don't even see that things are right there in front of their face. This is why General Hospital makes me, like, I be having to take a break sometimes because they be pissing me off. Like, it's just
I turned
everything
it
is
off
right
after that. I'm
there.
not even sit here and hold you. I said, I know they not about y'all better yeah. Click. Like it happened.
I just can't even do it. Oh,
I'm
it
like,
was
that's when
just
she walked in the house. I'm like, that's a nice blanket. I'm like, okay, y'all looking for Charlotte? She cold. Oh, look at the snow. Wait a minute, is y'all setting them up? Is this a date? Oh no, like literally.
girl.
Let it go, y'all.
Literally. Literally. Oh my goodness. And we gotta
Anna
move
still
on.
missing. Anna gonna go to France. They looking for Anna. Anna was walking. All right.
And the
Moving
only one
on.
who's
Ooh,
able to pick up on anything is Emma. Loki, Emma's like, everybody else is so used to her being gone. She's like, no, I know something is up. She was like, she would have reached out to me. She was like, I mean, I just, like, you have to think about it. When I think about it, I'm like, well, Mac really raised Robin, so I don't really think she would really you know what I'm saying? Like, Anna
mhm.
was around more for the raising of Emma. She was not around for, Robin like that after she quote unquote passed on. And I think that probably was when she was maybe like 12 or 11. But
Yeah,
the
exactly.
mainstay in her life was Mac. Mac was a father to everybody. Nobody's mama was staying around back then. Oh, sorry, Georgie and Maxie.
But did we talk about how they're the last siblings with the same? No, no, no. The Scorpio children.
The
Scorpio.
last one with the same mama
They're
and
the
daddy.
last ones with the same mom and daddy.
You
We thought
get.
we thought it was Scout and Danny. Low key, it still is, but I digress.
And they made Maxie have three baby daddies. Maxie only needed two. To give Peter August a kid was so unnecessary. So unnecessary.
And then we don't even see her.
Definitely don't. We see James a lot. They love James, but he is a
They
great
love
little actor. He is, so I'll give him that. And then we see Georgie sporadically, of course, but we'll never see Bailey Lou.
we don't never see Beta Lou.
At all. Okay. And on Young and the Restless, just really quickly. They're still dealing with Dominic being kidnapped by Mariah. That storyline is so out of left field, so stupid. Cameron Grimes deserves so much better. So that on that. And then Kane and Phyllis have officially taken over Newman Enterprises. Summer wants nothing to do with her. She's not answering her phone calls like at all. The on the only thing about this that kind of is like, for me, it's just like, at one point in time when Phyllis was married to Jack, he kidnapped Jack, put his lookalike in his place, and he took advantage of Phyllis, basically essayed her. And oh boy, she was thinking that it was really Jack, and it wasn't. Let's state why Phyllis is doing this. It is to get back at Victor because he assisted in the essay unknowingly, but it still happened. If we would state that, I think people would once again also be on board. There are a lot of people who want to see Victor get, it's his time to get his comeuppance, which
Yeah.
is which is fine. Every soap person, even if you like them, they need to get their comeuppance. Leslie Dana, Lulu Sherry. So yeah, so of course, like, that's happening where I just think they need to state it. I'm gunning for him because he assisted in my essay. I don't care. So, We're gonna see once again where this goes. It's the same thing that happens 20 million times, and yeah. But moving on. So it is Black History Month, and every week, we'll be discussing something really quickly about Black history. So today we're talking about our favorite, we're only gonna name one, our favorite Black soap opera pairing. Doesn't have to be a super couple. I feel like the super couples are only Angie and Jesse and Drew and Neil. But who would be your favorite couple ever? Ever.
I'm not gonna say couple ever. I'm more so like couple who I feel like should have got more time.
Mm.
That I was really enjoying them. Maybe because I go nostalgic around this time of year. So like Justice and Lainey from
Oh,
General
continue
Hospital.
talking. Continue talking.
I really feel like Justice and Lainey didn't get the opportunity to like really do their best as far as like showing the pairing because Justice unfortunately was axed off. But just their dynamic, like thinking about how everything was going down with the plane crash around the time. So let's go back, y'all. This is General Hospital circa 2004, 2005, 2006 time. Okay, like I'll give you no, because Justice died 2006, 2007. So yeah, I feel like that couple for me. I don't know if you all remember, Justice Ward is a Quartermain. He is the biological grandson of Edward. Well, he was the biological grandson of Edward Quartermain and Mary May Ward.
Oh,
So he is
yes.
in the crypt. He is in the family crypt as well. Lainey was a psychiatrist at General Hospital.
You forget about Lainey.
You forget about Lainey, and it's so not okay. She hung out with Emily and Elizabeth at that time, and
Robin too.
oh Robin, and I
And
can't
the
remember
other
the OB
the
nurse.
Asian doctor too.
Kelly, was it
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah. So like they all hung out together. That's when the hospital was bussing during General Hospital. They
They actually
actually
had
had
girls' night,
stuff. Yes, like they had the spinoff. What is it? Night
night
shift.
shift. Yep. A
It
time
was
was had.
bussing. It was bussing back then. So like shout out to Justice Ward and Lainey.
Oh,
You
for
all
sure.
didn't do the love story that I feel like was headed that way.
And my favorite, and it's crazy that you said that they didn't get enough. For me, it's Havon, and that's Hillary and Devon. That was a couple, and to me, they was soaping.
Yeah.
Hillary came out of nowhere. She wanted to marry Neil, knowing full well that she was attracted to Devon and she wanted him. So you already know what's gonna happen there. And then, of course, once again, they popped off. And I said they popped, they popped. The chemistry was chemming. The love scenes was love scening. You name it. They were spicy. They would go back at each other. It was just like, oof, like passion. I was like, yes, like it was. And then what did they do? They illed my girl while she was freaking pregnant. And I've never gotten
Wow. That hurt.
over that. And then they made her sister-in-law be the person that was responsible. And low key, that is kind of soapy. But I just felt like that baby could have survived. I feel like they could have, brought Hillary back because apparently she was, when they tried to give her a twin sister, she come from a family with money and they wanted to hide the pregnancy and like all of that stuff. But that was literally Devon's best pairing. The character of Hillary, like he still had chemistry with Michelle when she came back as Amanda, but it wasn't the same as Hillary. Just I feel like because of what that character was. Like
Yeah.
they popped so freaking much, and I feel like low key, I don't even see Brighton being checked in. These are only my assumptions. What I see, I don't feel like he's checked into certain stories. Like even as I'm watching the kidnapping of Dominic, I'm like, bruh, like, I don't think you really feeling it like that. Like, so I always hope that she'll come back. And allegedly, because Michelle decided to leave when they wasn't trying to pay her what she was worth. And
Yeah.
allegedly, like, and she was worth getting paid that. Like, please stop. Um, with that, we just want to thank you so much for joining the Soapwire podcast brought to you by the TVK. Please feel free to follow us. We are on TikTok. On TikTok, it's soap.wire. On Instagram, it's soap_wire. I could be confusing them. If it's not, then switch it and it's one of
You'll
these.
find us.
It'll find us. And then on Blue Sky, it is just soap wire together, not apart, no dots, no underscores, no nothing. And then for me, you can find me on Instagram as lady2y's_ASA. It's the same on Twitter. And then on Blue Sky, it is lady2y's ASA. And last but not least on TikTok, it is lady2y's_ASA 312. Nee?
Instagram, Neen_Amanda or Neen_ the therapist. Twitter, Kiss My _ Neen. Um, Blue Sky, Neen Amanda, straight. TikTok, Neen_Amanda.
And so with that, feel free to follow any of us on any other platforms. Thank you again for joining us. And once again, happy Black History Month. If you're Black, I know you're celebrating. So make sure that you have a good rest of your week, and we will see you next week. And sorry we're late, but sometimes it happens. Have a good day, y'all. Bye.